really got to get this video together. I've got a crap ton of time this week. Oops. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today's episode is going to be about El Jefe 150. We are about 2 days from having a fairly significant snowstorm, they're saying. And right now, my windshield washer fluid is not coming out. And it is actually the multifunction switch that's gone bad on it. If I sit and mess around with the button, I can sometimes get it to squirt just a little bit. I've already rebuilt the multifunction switch one time, and it's not the funnest thing I've ever done. Got on Amazon, I found this one for under 30 bucks. Put a link in the description. All right, we're climbing in right now. All right, we got to remove this here. Mine's been removed before. Usually if it's the first time, you got to get some vice grips or something on here to get started. As you can tell, it's mine's been around the block a little bit. And then we have 1, 2, 3. Those are going to be the Phillips variety. Go. All right, now we got to put this thing back in because I got to bring this tilt down to get the top part off. Well, at least it's easier that way. All right, the next thing we got to do is we got to remove this key cylinder, and to do that you actually need your key. You got to put this feller in the accessory position, and then we push. I don't know, hopefully you can see that little feller right there. Just wiggle it out. So again, it's got to be in the accessory position. Otherwise, you can't push that thing in. Now we're just going to set that off the side and come back up here. All right, now we're going to pop this. Let's just pop straight on. Can't maneuver this around. I might have to, you know what I'm going to do? You guys can do this too if you want, or you can fight it around, but I'm going to put the park brake on. I'm going to move this down here whilst I get that out. Back up in park. And mine has a fog light switch that I added, so yours probably won't be dangling like mine is there. Now we just take this here and it just slides right over your gear shifter, and now we are where we need to be to remove this. This here is our multifunction switch. There are a lot of circuits that run through this thing. At the end of this video, I'll go ahead and make a little clip showing you what circuits run through that multifunction switch and what it can affect when it has issues or the wiring has issues. I want to say it's a T20 right here, if I remember right. And it is. I've seen some of these with Phillips too, though, so yours could be a Phillips. That down there. Then there's one more right there. Slide that right there. Okay, now this is all free and clear. Okay, now we need to unplug all this stuff here. This stuff is so much harder to deal with when it's cold outside. Okay, it's like that. Just be very gentle with these things. You do not want to break them. I'll tell you why here in a second. Okay. So one of the reasons you don't want to break these is now when you're tilting the wheel back and forth, these can pull out on you, and then all of a sudden you don't have signal lights, you don't have hazards, brake lights, even headlights. There are a lot of circuits that run through this thing, so you have to be very careful. You don't want that to be able to become dislodged. And you also, when you got it right here, is you want to push all these and make sure they're all seated. If they're not, you can actually pull these out. Go back here. You can actually pull these out, and there is a little metal tab that you can bend out and push it back in, and usually it will hold again. You can buy these new harnesses, or these new plug ends I should say, on Amazon or Rock Auto. I'll put a link to these in the description. Okay, so I'm going to eye these two up. This one has a couple more pins in it that are being used. I don't think, we don't have any wires going to that, so it's not going to be a problem that I know of. One thing I am kind of cool with is I never did like this red one, so I'm good with that. Right now we're just going to put this thing back together. Oop. Okay, now we're just going to go ahead and put these screws back in. Okay. Okie doke. Okay, we are back in business. It's all working. I just checked the wipers too. Make sure my squirter's working now. That was the whole purpose of doing this. I did fail to show you that previously in the video, but when you push on this, it's supposed to squirt. That one has some problems. I put it back in this box, but anyway, a guy needs to be able to clean his windshield. All right, let's do a little dance around the car, truck, make sure all this business is still working. Sure the fog lights kick on. They run through there as well. Probably ought to set a little something on the okay. I need to make sure those brake lights work, so yeah, we're good. Cool. All right, sweet. All right, guys, here is the promised video regarding the circuits that run through the multifunction switch. You got your flashers. The plug on the back of the truck for the trailers is that runs through there. Yeah, obviously your right and left turn signals. You have your stop lamps. So here we've got the headlights and your low beams, your high beams running through there. This other plug also deals with the wipers. Your interval, which is the intermittent. I'm not too sure what the signal return does, but anyway, you got a lot of stuff running through there. And if any of that stuff is not working, I would first pull it apart, make sure that those plugs are in all the way and all the wires are also in all the way. And if that doesn't cure it, then there's a good chance that your multifunction switch is bad. Everything we use in this video and every other 10th gen truck, I will put a link in the description to the multifunction switch that you will need, and also a list of what it goes to. It'll just make it easy for you guys to click on those links. It is an affiliate link. I do get a small percentage when you use my links, and I appreciate it when you do, but I want to be sure you get the right parts, so read it and you should be fine. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the 89 Garage. Take care.